Hey everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we're gonna go over Zac Efron's physique. Firstly we'll just assess his physique, then we're gonna go over if it's natty or not, and then we're gonna review his training protocol, his workout regime, and then his diet regime, and then I'm gonna tell you how to actually get the exact same results. Those are the top 5 questions I get asked all the time. So with one bird, 5 stones. No, the other way around. With 1 stone, 5 birds. We're gonna talk about everything right here, right now. Okay, so let's get started with his physique assessment and how his physique changed throughout the years. So Zac Efron, he has always been the pretty boy of Hollywood, the fag boy of Hollywood. And if you've ever worked out and taken care of your body, you kind of know how that feels. How it feels when people, treat your body like it's a piece of meat and just grope you and stuff, and they don't even ask you, right? So this is Zac Efron. I really feel it for the guy. He's pretty, he has a nice body, but I have the feeling that he has been objectified many times in his career. Anyway, let's get started with his physique. So at 2008, that's his physique, then 2010 and 2012 and 2014, 15 and 16, which is his final form, where he is the biggest and absolutely mind-bogglingly lean, right? So I thought Zac Efron used to be small and then he got big throughout the years, but from this picture I can tell otherwise. So let's take this picture for example. Okay, in 2013, this is a movie he did where it's about a party, right? It's a party movie. I can't remember the name, but it's not really important. The thing is, his body, look at him right here, right now. He's pretty buff, he has some muscle, and he has some abs and veins. Bodybuilding wise, it's like not something ridiculous, but I mean, that's what 99% of us strive to be. And bodybuilders, when they first started out, most of them just want a physique like that, a body like that, have some abs, have some vascularity, have some muscles, some muscle separation, broad shoulders, the V-taper, and that's it, right? You can achieve these results with 1 or 2 years of lifting, but when you start training, then you want more and more, and then some people become these mass freaks, right? But everybody, I'd say 99% of people, when they first start out, they aspire to be a physique like that. So his physique is pretty damn impressive, right? And let's see here. Okay, so what's weird to me is that in 2013, he has a decent amount of muscle. I expected him to not have that much muscle and be kinda slimmer like that, right? So here he's pretty slim, but this is 10 or 20 even years ago, and as you can see from his face, he's just a young boy. He's at his teens, maybe late teens, maybe 18, 19, maybe 20 max, right? And this is him on 2015. So the weird thing with his physique is that look at him, look at his muscles in 2015, and here you can see another picture of 2013. In this picture, he looks absolutely great. He almost looks like his final shape, his 2016 body, his Baywatch body, and I'd say he's just a little bit bigger and a little bit leaner. Now, his physique from 2013 to 14 digressed a little bit. He still looks amazing, he still looks great, but he has a little bit less leanness, and the weird part is he has a little bit less muscle, if you can notice, right? So you can take a look here as well. In 2008, okay, 2010 he looks pretty buff, right? And then he kind of loses some muscle, if you can tell here. And then 2014 he looks buff and great again, but he still doesn't look as lean as his 2010 body. And if you look closely, his abs, right? Oh my god. Here he looks leaner. He looks leaner. His abs are much more separated than this picture, but his arms are kind of smaller, right? So here he has abs and he's pretty lean, and his arms are a little bit bigger and a little bit fluffier, and that's fine, right? It's totally normal. But his muscle mass has pretty much stayed the same, and here He's gained some fat. He's not fat by any means, of course, but he definitely has some fat. He's not as lean as 2014, but his muscle mass is the same. And then 2016, he's much bigger than 2015, and he's more cut than 2015. Okay, so yeah, that's his physique, and he has really great genetics, and not many people can be like him. Now, if I'd say if he's natty or not, let's go on the next segment of is this guy natty or not, and what do I believe to be true. So in 2010, he looks big and cut, okay? And then 2 years later, he actually looks smaller and or as lean or even less lean. So he shrunk from 2010 to 2012. He shrunk. His size has not been the same. It's going up and down all the time. 2010, he's big and cut. 2012, he's leaner and smaller. 2014, he's lean but also big again. 2015, he's not as lean, but he's still big. And 2016, he's bigger. Okay, the jumps, the noticeable jumps are 2010 to 12. He got smaller. Okay, this is pretty noticeable. Then 2012 to 14, he reached his previous physique and a little bit better. Then 2014 to 15, he stayed the same. Maybe he even got just a tiny bit smaller and fluffier. And 2015 to 16, he got a lot bigger and a lot leaner. So, if I had to bet the farm on it, I'd say he's probably doubled with PEDs. He had jumped on gear to reach his 2010 body physique, and then he stopped for a couple of years. Then he jumped on a cycle for his 2014 physique. Then he stopped, and then he did a little bit more potent cycle for his 2016 physique. Now, that's not me hating on the guy. The guy obviously has amazing genetics, he has amazing work ethic, and he's just an amazing guy overall, and he's just doing his best and trying to be a great actor and a great model, and the guy is just trying to do his job. He's the most wholesome, nice guys on Hollywood, and he's just amazing, okay? That's not a knock on him or his physique. He's amazing, but if I had to bet my life on it, he's probably doubled with some PEDs. And now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, he's in Hollywood, and he's trying to have a physique that's up to par to his roles, and he has this alpha stud college guy roles, so he has to have the physique that goes along with it. Like, imagine you think about you yourself. Don't you feel that you have like some pressure from society to look bigger and leaner each and every time? Like, when you go to the gym and you see all these jacked big dudes, don't you feel the need to become like them? I'd say yes. I'd say most of us guys have this pressure. Well, when you're in the spotlight and when you're like the alpha, the number one, the best role model, you're like every girl's wet dream. That's a million times more. That pressure is 100x, a million x. So I can't really blame the guy. He has an amazing physique, but if I had to bet my life on it, I'd say not natty. But it's not like he's blasting and cruising and stuff, but he just jumps on mini cycles here and there just to get ready for his role. So overall, he's natty, but he's probably doubled with some PED use. Okay, so that's my natty or not on Zac Efron. The next one is his training review. So let's do his training review, and that's pretty funny. Hollywood guys, their training are just dumb. I'm gonna say it. Hollywood guys and their training regimens are just dumb. I don't know why. I think just people, just these magazines and these articles and these people don't really care about helping you out to hit your best potential, but they care only about the attention, clicks, and selling this attention as ad revenue. That's all they care about. So when they're trying to like the workouts they do, the exercises they select for these actors that they portray they're doing, is more clickbaity, is more just to look cool and look nice and make you like feel inspired and be like, yeah, I want to be like Zac Efron. Let's do his weird workouts, right? Not as much to just help you out. So let's just take a look at his workout. This is just Baywatch abs with Alexandra Daddario. I don't know what's. I mean, she looks like a good gal, but yeah, let's see what they're doing.
To go
for rep.
crazy.
Yeah, wake him up.
We did it.
Number 3.
Okay, they're just working their abs, right? So guys, working your abs is obsolete. You don't have to work your abs that much. You don't have to like dedicate a whole workout to just working your abs. Like that's ridiculous. Working your abs is just working any other muscle groups. You just progressively overload and you let them rest, and you just that's it. Like maybe 1 exercise, 2, maximum 3 per week, and that's it. Just progressively overload and you're done. You don't have to work your abs more, because your abs, they're just muscles, right? And you have them. You have abs. Everybody has abs. The issue is that you're too fat to get your abs to show, and that's it. If you get leaner, your abs will show. So you don't build abs in the gym, you have abs. You build abs in the womb, in your mom's womb, okay? So you have abs. All you have to do is just reveal them. So you just lean down. And yes, you want to have a tight, nice, lean, well-defined midsection. To achieve that, exercise-wise, all you have to do is like do a couple of exercises, mostly work on your posing, on your vacuums, and that will create this tight, nice look. Not all this weird exercise, okay? So let's keep on with the video. Now, I mean, what is this exercise? Let's see.
Skiing, it's
arguably the same movement if you were cross-country
You
telemarketing.
couldn't do this and then just go and win the Olympics. Reaching tall, start to bend the knees, come down, kick behind you, hit.
Okay, it says activates your triceps, okay?
Hinge at the hips and a slight knee bend.
And your lats.
Gives you 5 strokes.
And your glutes and hamstrings, and they make it look so fancy. Guys, this is just like cycling. Imagine cycling. You work like your whole body. You activate your shoulders by holding on to the bicycles, and you activate your legs and your glutes and your hamstrings and your core, because if you didn't have your core, you couldn't cycle. But guys, it's just marketing, okay? So the issue is with this exercise,
To learn your rhythm, and then you're trying to match that rhythm.
Right.
To get a bullseye.
You want to go get food or something?
okay, the problem with this exercise is that it doesn't really work, okay? It doesn't cause hypertrophy. It just causes your body to burn calories, which is cardio, which is fine. But you can't say it works like your triceps and your glutes and your hamstrings. This will do nothing to your triceps, glutes, and hamstrings. This is just will make your body burn calories, because in order for a muscle to grow, you must hit it in the hypertrophy range, which is like 12 to 15 reps. More or less, okay? So if you're doing 12 to 15 reps and you're progressively overloading the weight, then you're gonna have your muscles grow. If you don't do that and you just do like hundreds of reps like these guys are doing, this is more cardio, okay? Like sparring, boxing, when you spar with someone, that's cardio. You don't work your tricep when you spar. Yes, your tricep gets activated, but it doesn't cause hypertrophy. It doesn't cause it to grow, okay? It's more fluff than anything else.
The Buddha?
And then they do some cryotherapy, which just looks good, cool, okay? And they act weird, and they act like they're cold, and we get a good content and we get a great laugh out of it. But guys, these things don't really work, okay? So the workouts of the Hollywood actors, they're just fluff, okay? Let's see what's his diet all about, yeah? Okay, let's see. What was Zac Efron's diet for Baywatch? Zac Efron ate an all-organic, whole-food diet in preparation for Baywatch, which included lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats, high fiber, fruits, and loads of veggies. I mean, that's the most... Now, that answer is ridiculous. It's the most normie answer, and like, yeah, what the hell? Of course, he ate like healthy. That's nothing crazy, right? Nothing...
Bro, your body looks like Mr. Olympia. Looks like some body sculpting. What did you eat and train to get?
I was on like a meal plan, so it was a lot of dietary restrictions. I didn't eat carbs for like 2 months. That was kind of gnarly. I don't really think that's fun. You put your body through a lot, so it's like you pick your moments. That was a moment. But
Definitely.
yeah, I don't think I've ever quite trained as hard physically or in that respect. This kind of appreciate it.
Alexandra,
Man, the guy just gets PTSD just when just the guy just gets PTSD just by thinking about what he did for Baywatch. Like, it's crazy. You don't have to put your body through that. You can get ripped, you can get a nice physique without doing all those crazy things. And you don't really have to restrict anything. It's all about calories and proteins and your macros, right? But it's more or less all about calories. Just focus on calories. If you're not losing fat, just drop your calories. If you're not losing fat, just drop calories more and more and more until you start losing fat. Okay, it's simple as that, and that's where you should be focusing on, not just cutting out carbs or fats or proteins or like whatever food group you think will make you fat. These things like are minuscule. They don't matter. They're not important. The only important thing is this calories. Okay, so that's his diet reviewed as well, and let's go over the last part of this video, which is how to achieve the exact same results as Zac Efron. How to get this body. So his body is two things, okay? Muscle gain and fat loss. So that's pretty much it, just gaining muscle and losing fat, and like the more muscle you gain and the more fat you lose, the better you look. Now, what about his muscles? Well, his muscles are nothing crazy, right? Here he looks pretty big, but a reason he looks that big is because he's super lean. The leaner you are, the bigger you look on camera, right? When you wear a hoodie and you see someone in person and they're like 5% body fat, they look like a starved Africa child. But on camera with proper lighting and everything, they just look ridiculous. They look massive. Okay, so that's one. Two, his muscles are not that big. He's not huge by any means. He's just you can get there just by training for like 3 or 4 years properly. Okay, you can get to this musculature. Now his leanness. Listen, his leanness is something you can't. It's something everybody cannot. It's something not everybody can achieve, okay? Now, his leanness, even himself, Zac Efron, couldn't achieve this level of leanness throughout the year. Like, he can't be that lean year-round. He just can be that lean just for a movie role, for a shoot, for a day, for maximum a week, okay? His body suffers. The guy just gets PTSD just by thinking about how lean he was and how hard it was for him to do that, right? So you can't expect to be that lean year-round, okay? If you have this expectation, get rid of it, because it's not gonna happen with or without PEDs. Now, being that lean once a year, right? Can you do it? That's also very hard. It's very hard because you have to work months and months on end, like 3, 4, 5, 6 months, diet down to a single digit body fat percentage, and then you just look great for a day or a week, right? And that's a trade-off not many people are willing to do. So even that is super hard. Now, what is achievable? What can you do? Well, you can actually be this guy right here. Zac Efron of 2015 is great, okay? He doesn't have like fat. He's not fat by any means. He's bulkier. He looks bigger, and it's more attainable, especially Natty. And you can double between his 2010 physique and his 2015 physique leanness wise. Okay, so let's say summer is coming, summer is around the corner, and you want to look better with your shirt off. Then you just lose a few pounds, you go down to like 10 or 12% body fat, and you look like this. And then the rest of the year you look like this, which is like 14-15% body fat, and you just look great, okay? But you don't have like the cuts and the veins that that 12% body fat has. So for 99% of people, I'd recommend to double around 12 to 15% body fat and not go to the extremes, not get super fat, not get into bulk mode, bulk season, and not get into single digit body fats, which will cause you many problems and issues like food. Your relationship with food will go bad, and you will feel bad, and your testosterone will be tanked, and you won't have any mood to do anything whatsoever. Okay, So this was the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I sure did. And if you like this type of videos, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to make more. Okay, so that was the video. I hope I see you in the next one.